Okay, you may now begin.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's meeting. Today is Tuesday, August the 20th, 2024, and this is our monthly general membership meeting. Thank you all for being here. We have a lot of exciting updates to share with you. As you probably know, last month on July 20th, the leadership team had a retreat. We got together and we were very busy planning the upcoming year's events. We have a lot of very exciting things coming up for the membership, and we wanted to take a chance to collectively get together and share with our members. What PACO has coming up for the coming year. Let's see, we will just go down the list, I guess, of representatives and committees, and we'll just go in order. Okay. I will go ahead and speak as the NFPA primary representative. As most of you, I hope, know, your membership as a PACO member also, it's a dual membership, and you are also a member of the National Federation of Paralegal Associations. And I have been remiss. I had been under the impression, and it used to be that when a new member came into the NFPA would send a welcome email to you, and that apparently doesn't happen. And that's apparently our responsibility to let you also know that your membership as an NFPA member has been activated and how to navigate their website. If you have not had an opportunity to visit the NFPA's website, I would encourage you to do so. They offer quite a lot. They offer CLEs on demand and in person. And a lot of networking opportunity. I'm sorry, no, I don't have my thoughts together. Bear with me here for a moment. I seem to be stuttering through this. The NFPA is a national organization and it offers its membership a lot of resources and networking opportunities with other paralegals around the country. Two of their biggest events every year is Joint Conference, which is a meeting in the spring. It's usually held over 2 or 3 days, and it focuses on topics such as leadership, regulation, paralegal regulation, and paralegal certification. They bring a number of speakers to this event, and it's always very informative. In the fall, usually in September, sometimes in October, they host the National Convention, which this year is taking place from September 26th through the 29th in Portland, Oregon. Myself and Randy Daniels, as our NFPA secondary representative, will be attending that convention in Portland. That is a jam-packed weekend full of CLEs, workshops, meetings, gatherings with other local associations, and it is always very valuable and very beneficial. So that is what's coming up with that. This year, we have a lot, NFPA has a lot of positions that are vacant. And PACO will be on behalf of Region 3, which is the region that we are assigned to, we will be nominating several different people to different board positions with NFPA. We will be nominating, hopefully, a Region 3 director. I have not had confirmation from that candidate as to whether they are interested in accepting the nomination. We will be nominating Beth Bialis for a second term as Director of Positions and Issues. And I believe we will also be nominating Sherilyn Scher for a second term as Secretary and Director of Development. Also, this is very exciting. PACO has every year at convention, the NFPA award has a variety of annual awards. And two of those awards are individual pro bono um, recipient for the year and local association pro bono recipient. PACO has nominated itself as the local association pro bono nominee, and we have also nominated Teresa Scharf as the individual pro bono for the individual pro bono award. And those awards will be announced at convention in September. We are very excited about that and hopeful that we will be bringing home one or both awards. And my goodness, look at this. Don't even have my camera on. I apologize. Okay, so that is in a nutshell what is going on with the NFPA. Randy, did you have anything you'd like to add as NFPA's secondary representative?
No, nothing really to add, except for that as part of my position with statewide rep, I am tasked with doing the food drive. So that will be starting to be planned shortly, and we'll be doing the food drive again in February, just like we have the last few years. So that's all I had to add on that one.
Okay, thank you, Randy. That had slipped my mind. Okay, membership. We do have a variety of committees in PACO that we can always use PACO members to step up into and become committee members to help out with spreading PACO's message and furthering the activities that we have planned. One of these committees is the membership committee, and we have a lot of exciting things planned for the membership committee as far as let's see, increasing our membership numbers, enhancing the offerings that we provide for our members, and things of that nature. It just increasing awareness of the paralegal profession and paralegal activities and what paralegals can and cannot do. So hopefully more attorneys become aware and become supportive of their paralegals actually doing the work that they're meant to do, and also being involved in professional associations such as PACO. Heather, do you have anything that you would like to share with the group about the membership committee?
Nope, I think you highlighted everything.
Okay, and let me introduce Heather Jones is our new Vice President and Director of Membership. So that is, welcome, Heather. Everybody, Heather, everybody. Okay, we will move on then to the PR committee. And that is, the chair of the PR committee is Randy Daniels Blair. So, and yes, some of us do wear multiple hats. So just bear with us. Randy, what would you like to tell us about the PR committee?
So first and foremost, we're actually going to be having a happy hour coming up on October the 9th. That's going to be at Edison Brewing at 6 p.m. from 6 to 8. I believe our sponsor is going to be U.S. Legal. So basically, if you've been to our happy hours before, it's just, a great way to come and network with our PACO members and just have some fun. We should have a bar tab that is covered up to a certain amount. So that way you don't have to worry about drinks. There's ample parking in a parking lot here. Edison Brewing, if people don't know, is in Gahanna. It's kind of back in their industrial park a little bit. So there's plenty of parking there. We're going to be outside, but under an awning in case the weather is bad. If it's too cold, we have the option to move inside. We'll play that by ear as it comes up. So that is the fall happy hour. Once that happens, we're going to start planning our holiday party that everybody likes so much. Still looking at dates in December or January for that. And then we're also looking at some other sporting event options. We've got some contacts that we're trying to reach out to. If you have some contacts with any of our local sporting teams, let me know. And then, as always, Paralegal Day, that planning will start here. We'll meet for the first time next month to start talking about Paralegal Day. So if you're interested in helping with that celebration, just let me know.
Very good. And do you want to continue into the OSBA study group?
Sure, absolutely. So OSBA study group will be kicking off again next month. So in May, if you wish to become certified by the Ohio State Bar Association, you can take an exam, and I hold study groups. It will be every month for a couple of months, then every other week for a couple of months, then weekly up until the exam. This is when we're going to go over some material of things that you can expect to see on the exam, things that you probably should just know in general in your practice, and just help you get prepared better for this exam. If you attend the sessions, you do get the outlines of the things that I do go over. If you don't get them. I will say that I've had quite the success rate the last couple of years that I've been doing it, so I'm hoping to continue with that.
Okay, thank you, Randy. Heather Jones is also the chair of our job bank committee. Would you like to share any information about the job bank?
Nothing new at this time.
Okay. We would encourage you, of course, if you know that your firm or another firm has a position open, if you don't mind mentioning to them the option to post that position on PACO's website. I don't think not everybody knows about that that option, but certainly help us get the word out to your firms that when they have available positions that can be posted on our job bank. Okay, we are going to move on to two very important committees, the Student Liaison Committee and the Mentoring Committee. The chair, Stacy McKenna, is the chair for both of these committees. They kind of go hand in hand. And I will turn it over to you, Stacy, to share what updates you have.
All right, great. Hi, everyone. I'm Stacy. I'm one of the new chairs. I'll be meeting with the faculty at Columbus State here in the next couple of weeks to talk about how PACO can get more involved with their students. Columbus State actually has their own student-run organization called SPA, Student Paralegal Association. I would like to get not only PACO, but like specifically our mentorship committee involved with the students to try and give them the support that they need. I would like to have a meeting with anybody that's interested in helping with the student liaison committee sometime probably just after I meet with the folks at Columbus State so that we can talk about a plan about how to help these students and be there for them. I'd also like one or two people that are really enthusiastic about paralegal students that maybe want to go with me and chat with the students. It should be really fun. I plan on visiting 2 classrooms, and then I also would like to go to one of their student organization meetings as well. Something I have on the agenda for this year, a little bit further in the future that I'd like to offer our students and also our PACO members as well, is a resume writing workshop and an interview workshop. So if you have any specific skills with resume writing or interviewing, I would love to talk to you and have you help out with our student liaison committee. Also for the mentorship committee, just so you know, we have a mentorship program and you should be involved either as a mentee or a mentor. We would like both. You don't have to be an expert to be a mentor, but if you feel that you have some really helpful and practical advice that you could offer to a newer paralegal, we would definitely like to have you help. That's its own committee. if you're interested in being a mentor and want to be on the committee, please reach out to me. And I'd love to have you, or just to talk more about it. You don't have to necessarily make a commitment right away. Something I would like to do specifically with the mentorship committee too, we do have a curriculum right now for the mentorship program. If you're interested in being on the committee, I'd like to make it a little bit more robust of a curriculum that people could either choose to utilize or not, depending on their mentorship relationship that they have. I want people to feel free to make the mentorship whatever they want it to be, but I think it's really helpful to have a springboard the first time you're meeting with somebody, just to have a guideline of maybe what to talk about. So again, I'm Stacy, and I'd love to talk to you if you're interested in anything pertaining to paralegal students or anything pertaining to mentorship.
Thank you, Stacy. Oh, let's see. That brings us to the BWE. The BWE, the biennial workshop and exposition is held in every other year, biannually. In the last Friday of September 2025 is the next year for such an event. We are looking at some various venues that might be fun to hold this event at, and we will certainly have more information coming on that. If you would like to help participate in planning that event, certainly reach out to us. We always have a lot of fun and always try to bring very good CLEs and workshops to that event, as with everything else. So more information will be coming on that. Lori is our programs chair. She's the one that puts together all the speakers for all of our meetings. So Lori, what would you like to share with the group?
Number one, that I'm always soliciting for new speakers. Number two, I got some great feedback from Angie from the meeting you had in July. So the topics for speakers to us: retirement, burnout coordinator, elder care, corporate law, sports law, gun laws, specifically Derek DeBrose, marijuana laws, labor and employment, intellectual property, environmental, and hate crime are all topics of interest here. So I appreciate that. If anyone has any more ideas, or if they do have someone who would like to come and speak, not a fan of just recycling other speakers from past years. However, just the good ones like Jocelyn from DEI. She'll be an upcoming speaker in the next year. Coming up, we still have Angie with billable hours on next Thursday. We're still good there, Angie?
Absolutely.
Great. The beast, as you call it. We also have in October 2 speakers, one talking about VA benefits. And I know that's not specifically for people here, but maybe you have a relative or a friend who is interested in knowing more about their benefits. You could pass that information on to. He's a fairly young lawyer, but he's been very helpful with people I know. And then also we have a nationally known private investigator who specializes in stalking cases. His name is Michael Kenny. He'll be speaking on October 31st. He works in both Nashville and Columbus, Ohio. So he'll talk to us about stalking and that whole area he specializes in. And then I'm working with a couple members of the team here to talk about a burnout coach, and then also network management, probably how to sell yourself better, right? That's all I have. Again, I will take any points of contact or ideas for topics. Please just shoot me an email, and happy to be here.
Okay,
Thanks,
great.
Amy.
Thank you, Lori. As far as pro bono, I know you see Teresa on the call, and I know that you associate pro bono with Teresa. I hope that you have heard by now that Teresa has both retired and she has stepped down as PACO's pro bono chair. The Wills Clinic that has been wildly successful simply because of Teresa's many efforts and organizational skills with that. There is a lot that goes into planning the Wills Clinic's It's a huge, massive undertaking. And at this point, we have decided to allow the Wills clinics to go on hiatus. Whether that will be for a year, 2 years, I don't know. We hope to bring it back at some time in the future. But at this point, we are going to just kind of concentrate on other pro bono opportunities for our members. Candace Wooten is with us. Candace is works for the Legal Aid Society, and Candace is going to liaison with Liz Kimmerer, our treasurer, and they are going to bring information to us about different pro bono opportunities that are available through the Legal Aid Society. And its new name now, Legal Aid of Southern and Central Ohio, I think.
Yeah, it's called
Something like that.
LASCO.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legal Aid of Southeast and Central Ohio.
Mhm.
Yes, and also we will keep an eye out for any opportunities that come through oh, why can I never remember her name? The gal up in Cleveland that spoke to us last fall about immigration.
Monique, isn't it?
No, it's not Monique, but it's
Morgan?
Morgan Morissette, perhaps.
And
I
that's it.
think.
Yes. But she, I know we had a lot of members that were very enthusiastic about working with the immigration activities that clinics that they have throughout the state. And so we will let you know the dates and times for any opportunities such as that. I know that we do have, let me pull this up so that I can.
Hey, Angie, if you want to have Candace talk a little bit about the opportunities right now, that would be great.
Yes, we will do that here momentarily. I know that we do have one specific opportunity right now. Okay. Yes, the Franklin County Municipal Court, the clerk of courts over there, Lori Tyak, she is organizing a driver's license reinstatement workshop. It's going to be held on August the 29th. There are two sessions, 9:30 to 11:30 and 1:30 to 3. It's going to take place at the main branch of the Columbus Metropolitan Library on Grant Avenue. And they are looking for volunteers to help out with that driver's license reinstatement workshop. And the link for signing up to volunteer is in last week's PACO news, and it will be in this week's as well. Also, just to mention, PACO's own Barry Kaiser, he's one of our members that has been he's been a member for a very long time, and he was always very active with the Wills clinics. Barry is going to be recognized by the Legal Aid Society when their Pro Bono Excellence Awards are presented. And that will happen at their Journey Toward Justice reception on October 23rd. That we will have more information coming about that event so that we can plan to attend and support Barry and congratulate him for that recognition. Candace, what might Legal Aid have available at this point?
So there is the driver's license clinic next Thursday. This Thursday we're having a lunch and learn at noon to go over, how the day will run the following week. There'll be a recording for that too, if anyone can't make it. And you can get the invite for the lunch and learn after you register for the clinic next Thursday. We have, I think we're upwards of 300 people who are pre-registering, so it'll be a huge event. My team's working through that right now. Right now we are placing interns or people who just want to volunteer for the semester. We're going through the interview process for that right now. We're doing undergrads and paralegals as well. You can volunteer either remotely or in the office for however many weeks you'd like. We kind of do it like semester by semester basis, but some people are staying on from the summer. So that's always fun to see. We have our brief advice clinics throughout the month as well at various locations around Columbus where paralegals would help with intake. And we have people, attorneys and staff on site to answer any questions that clients may have. We are working on an expungement clinic that's coming up as well. I'm waiting for details on that. So I'll send that to you, Angie, to include in the newsletter if you've got some time
Yes.
for that.
Yes, absolutely.
We have asylum clinics, I believe, in November. So it's ramping up at Legal Aid. This is our busy time of year. So, and that's the expungement clinics in October. Asylum will be in November. And then we'll take a bit of a break in December to handle all of our case closings. But that's pretty much it for Legal Aid.
Okay. And as Candace mentioned, she will get information to us to distribute to the membership about any volunteer pro bono activities that are available through Legal Aid. Garth Rodenbotham is our photography subcommittee leader, and Garth is the one that comes with his camera and takes pictures at all of our in-person events. Garth also is our liaison for the Columbus Bar Association's Lawyers Quarterly publication. Garth, what would you like to share with us?
Well, apologize for my name there. I'm on a new device and so forth, but my name is Garth, and Brenda West has just written a article regarding her study abroad in South Africa, and it kind of pairs our a little bit with our pro bono system with theirs, and it's a very informative article. So I'd like to really thank her for doing that. And we're always looking for writers. You do have to be a member of the CBA to do that, but anything that really inspires you to get a message out there regarding the paralegal field, that would be great. I will not be here during the October 9th party, so if somebody would like to volunteer to just shoot on their phone or whatever of that event, I would appreciate it. I have a trip to Myrtle Beach planned, so I won't be in town. Let's see. The next lawyers quarterly meeting is October 1st. So we always go like 3 months ahead. And actually what's nice is we're trying to do 2 issues ahead. So there's no particular due date. If you want to just submit an article anytime, that's good too. But the due date is usually like in August 1st, November 1st, February 1st, and so forth. So what we'd like to do is get sort of a bank of articles, not just submit them as we go. So please submit any time. You're more than welcome if you're a member of the CBA. And let's see. Also, they are asking for 4 paralegal articles per year. So I think that's possible if everybody steps up. I'm going to try to contact people personally, members personally that are also members of the CBA. But yeah, that would be great to have 4 per year, 1 per quarter. I don't think that's a whole lot to ask for. And it does help get your name and also your resume out there, or your field and your expertise and what area you work at. And Miranda was ecstatic about submitting this past month here, and she really spent a lot of time on the article, I could tell, and a number of photographs from South Africa. So that was great. And yeah, just let me encourage you to just start something. What really inspires you and floats your boat, and I think we can do it. I think there are enough CBA members to do that.
Yeah.
It is my hope that eventually we get to post on Facebook. I know we are on LinkedIn, but these photos could actually. I mean, my goal is to make members and the legal community more aware of our sustaining members and our sponsors. And I think they get a lot out of that too. The more exposure they get, the more that they want to step up and help us out. You know, we help them and they help us. So I would like to encourage that. And yeah, anybody who wants to shoot a few on their phone, and these phones are really about as good as my camera. Some of the new iPhones. So I encourage anybody to submit some photos to me or to Angela, and you know, we get those posted.
Okay.
So if
And
anybody has any questions,
that actually, Garth, that is going to be something that PACO wants to, the articles for the Lawyers Quarterly through the CBA, in an effort to promote PACO and bring more awareness to who we are and what we do, and why being a member of PACO is so beneficial to paralegals. Um, we do want to have a bigger presence and have regular articles in the Lawyers Quarterly, and also for submission to NFPA's publication, the National Paralegal Reporter. So we are going to be forming a working group, not necessarily a committee, but I have a couple of people in mind that I know of that have strong writing skills that have been recommended to me, and I will be reaching out to them. If the purpose will be to get together periodically, perhaps just by email communication, and brainstorm different topics and ideas for potential articles and to be written. And whether you want to actually write an article, or if that's intimidating to you, fine. If you want to help us brainstorm topics, or gather together bullet points of information to be contained in an article, that can be elaborated on by somebody else. I mean, you provide the bullet points and we'll write the article, that kind of thing. Just a collaborative effort to start contributing to different publications. I think that would be very beneficial to PACO and its members. So I will be reaching out to the folks that I have on my list. And if it's something you're interested in participating in, certainly reach out. We would love to have anybody that wants to participate, join in and see where we can go with this.
yeah, it helps us reconnect to the CBA. I know there could be a closer relationship there, and the articles do not have to be theme oriented. We do have there's a percentage that are not theme oriented from other attorneys also, and so it's just great how Miranda paired like their pro bono, their access to justice in some sense is a little more little more than in this country, because they have paralegals actually can do a little bit more. So it's she might do another one on something like that. Paralegals actually taking on more responsibility, like what they do in other common law countries. So that's something to think about also. So
Okay.
thanks a lot for letting me speak on this.
Okay, it was great to have you, Garth. The last, no, we have two more. The Bylaws Committee chair is Christine Rutherford, And she unfortunately is not able to be with us today. She got pulled into a meeting this morning and it was no longer available to join us today. The bylaws and the policies and procedures that PACO has established, there are some parts of them that are outdated that need to be updated and revised. And so we will be looking at doing that over the coming year. Christine is going to be scheduling meetings soon so that we can all get together and start looking at the bylaws and seeing what needs updated and updating those and getting those ready for to be approved by the membership. So more information will be coming about that in the future. Our last committee, and certainly by no means the least, is our social media. And Vanessa Sharp is our social media coordinator. She has been doing this since the spring. And we are so glad to have her. She's been doing a phenomenal job with our social media postings. And I will let Vanessa speak with you about that.
Yeah, thanks, Angie. I just piggyback off of what everybody else is talking about. So when they say they'll be reaching out or they want, new members, I relay that to our members. So social media, LinkedIn, any events we have, I post them. The only big thing I really have planned is we will be doing a board and committee member highlight on social media. That'll individually kind of go through and look at our board members, answer some questions maybe that the members have, address some great topics. But everything you hear today, I relay on a broad scale. So,
okay. Thank you, Vanessa. Okay, so that in a nutshell is a brief summary of what we are looking at doing in the coming year. There are lots of opportunities for our members to get involved and to serve on a committee. And, really, it's not a big time commitment to serve on a committee like the PR committee. We meet once a month for an hour over the lunch hour, remotely by Zoom, and we talk about planning different events and the paralegal day. Obviously, as paralegal day approaches, we have more planning to do, and we'll meet more frequently. But it's literally an hour a month during your lunch hour on a Zoom call to participate. And many hands make light work, of course. And so we would encourage you to get involved in any of these committees. The food drive committee, I don't know that we would call it the food drive committee. That's under the a statewide alliance, but having been involved with planning the food drive, it's a lot of work. And I can tell you that, and having more people involved with the planning, brainstorming ideas, coming up with partners to work with us as maybe a food collection site or ideas for soliciting financial contributions, any ideas that you might have if you've been involved with the food drive in the past and you'd like to get involved and give some ideas and some input, certainly that would be very much welcome. The membership committee, we will be hopefully over the next year actually going on the road and giving presentations to law firms about PACO and the benefits of membership for its paralegals, and encouraging the different firms to support their paralegals in their professional development with belonging to PACO and being involved with our many activities. And that will take a great number of people to do that. The PR committee, planning the different events, job bank, if you have any contacts people that are posting positions on a frequent basis, or ideas for getting the word out to different firms or companies about the availability of PACO's job bank. That would be a great help. And I don't want to say most importantly, because these are all very important endeavors, but two very critical committees are the student liaison and the mentoring committees. It's so important that we provide mentorship and assistance to the student paralegals. They are the paralegal future. They're going to be taking our places when we retire. And they will be moving into leadership positions in the future. It's so important to support them in any way that we can, whether it's providing speakers to the different classes, just being cheerleaders for them and providing a support during exams or finals or anything like that. And of course, mentoring, if it's so important to mentor both the students and new paralegals that are new to the field. Some of us have a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience, and we have a lot of valuable tips and tricks and advice that we can provide to new paralegals and paralegals that are entering the field. And it really, you can be as involved as you want. You can meet with your mentee every week. You can talk with them once a month. You can, vary, sometimes you're meeting by phone, sometimes by Zoom, sometimes over the lunch hour, sometimes for coffee in the morning. But it is so important to provide that mentorship to both the paralegal students and the new paralegals that are coming in. So those are very important, and we can use anybody that wants to help out on those committees. As we begin planning the BWE for next September, we'll need people to help us plan that event, choosing a venue, choosing a caterer, and choosing a lunch, deciding what topics we'll present for CLEs, and reaching out to speakers and trying to secure speakers for that event. Same with programs. As Lori said, if your attorney or somebody from your firm has a presentation that you've seen or heard and it's really great and you think it would be valuable to the other members in PACO, give us that suggestion. Let us know the topic and the speaker, and we can certainly reach out to them and ask if they're available. And as we talked about the writing initiative for articles for different publications, that's going to be important to have many different people on board with that, just to get a variety of ideas and suggestions and to make the work light for everyone. So if these are things that are of interest to you, if you have experience with them, these are great ways for you as a PACO member to get involved with the leadership, and we would encourage you to do so. If you are interested, I'm going to go into the chat. I'm going to type in the email address, info@pacoparalegals.org. Okay, here's the email address. If you are interested in serving on any of these committees and getting involved in any of these activities, certainly please reach out and let us know. Send an email to this address, and excuse me, we will get that information to the appropriate person and make arrangements to have you hop on board with us. And we would love to have any of you join that are interested. Does anybody have any questions or anything they'd like to add? Okay, well then I guess this will, oh, I'm sorry, Malachi, you have a question.
Actually, yes, this is for Stacy. Um, you were mentioning, and I think you just were following up, Angela, on the different committees and things that we can get involved in. This is what Stacy was mentioning with all the stuff that she wants to be doing with Columbus State and the Student Paralegal Association. I got my paralegal studies degree at Columbus State, and I was a member of the SPA. So I'd be interested in some of the stuff that you're looking to do over there because I know Dr. Kathy Ritterbush, the program
Yes.
director. Yeah, I know her. So I'd be interested in getting involved in some of that stuff.
Terrific.
Awesome.
Terrific.
And so I can hit you up at that info at paralegal to
Okay.
get some more information on that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Thanks.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. That's great. And
Yeah.
I know that we have I know that you had sent an email to the general email address, Malachi, asking about the various programs that we have, the general membership meetings and the legal insight sessions. Those are all currently being offered only remotely, only on Zoom. So what
Okay.
happens is when you register for an event, then the day before or sometimes the morning of, you will get an email that has the link for that session. And so then you just click on that link at noon and it takes you right to the link for that event.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions, comments? Okay, and Lori has a reminder that the calendar is not our friend this year. The last Thursday of November is Thanksgiving. So we will not be having a legal insight session for November. And the last Thursday of December is Christmas. And so we will not be having a legal insight session in the month of December either. So just to be aware of that. Okay, and so the email address is in the link, is in the chat. If you would like to become involved with any of these committees, we'd love to have you. Send us an email. We'll get you in touch with the appropriate person, and we can't wait to get started. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.